welcome back to my channel. Today is September 1st and I am participating in the Adventures Through Wonderland, the month of September long readathon with a touch of whimsy, and the other middle grade book club with How to Train Your Gavin, and I'm sorry I don't remember the other girl's name, but I'll look up the details again. And then the touch of whimsy is the Lexi and Kaylin. And so I don't typically read a lot of middle grade, but this one seemed really fun, and they were all like dressed up in the different Alice in Wonderland characters. And they're talking about like the live show will be like a tea party and stuff like that, which my one daughter just loves. And I've been looking at this, the Tea Dragon Society, that I learned about because of BookTube. And my one daughter is like obsessed with dragons. My other daughter loves tea parties, so I thought this would be perfect. And so I just got this in the mail today, and I just love the art style and stuff in it. So I'll be reading that with the kids this month and having our own little tea party together with this. So hopefully we'll have some nice weather. It is sunny currently, but it's been raining on and off today and yesterday, and all weekend it was really sunny and not very nice, considering it is only September 1st. But hopefully we'll have a nice day and we'll be able to read this and have a little tea party, and yeah, that should be fun. So this is the perfect excuse to read that book. And again, like I said, I don't read a lot of middle grade, but I have some books that I want to get to on my TBR already. So this is the perfect excuse to get to them, and it's a month-long readathon, which I really appreciate, so then I can read some other books as well, because the Buzzwordathon is also coming up in September, starting on the 21st. And the buzzword is night, and I have 2 books for that I want to get to. Well, at least one. I want to get to the Night Circus. I don't want to push myself to read like 7 books in 1 week for that readathon, but just get to at least the Night Circus for that. So anyways, I printed out the map, and the lettering didn't show up too great for me, but I just printed this off just as like a reminder, like for the prompts to read. The perfectionist in me wants to start with Down the Rabbit Hole, read a book set in another world. So I want to like go through the actual map and not just like bounce around, because that's not how you get through the map. Have you not seen Dora?
If there's a place you gotta go, I'm the one you need to know. I'm the map. First, you go around the red bush. Then go through the nutty forest. And that's how you get to Dora's house.
Like, come on. We gotta go through the rabbit hole, then to the flower garden, then the White Rabbit's house. You can't just jump around. So it's kind of driving me a little bit crazy that I might not have the books to fit all the prompts, but we'll figure it out. They are doing the Train to Impossible Places is the group book, which I also ordered, so hopefully that comes in soon. Because the first prompt is to, down the rabbit hole, read a book set in another world. So I don't know if any of the books I have are actually set in another world. I think they all take place in our world. The Train to Impossible Places, I think, takes you to other worlds, but I'm not sure. I have no idea what it's about. Another prompt is Flower Garden. Read an aesthetically pleasing book. So that would definitely be the Tea Dragon Society. This is very aesthetically pleasing. I also picked up Howl's Moving Castle for the Touch of Whimsies. I think this was their first book they did. And I bought the book because my husband and my kids really loved the movie. I like the movie as well. We just re-watched it not too long ago. But I've never read the book, so I was like, I'll buy the book. But it doesn't have any pictures really inside. There's pictures at the beginning of like the chapter headings kind of thing, but no other pictures, so it's not really aesthetically pleasing, but I do like the cover of it. Make yourself a cozy reading snack, so I'll probably do that with, make yourself a cozy reading snack, so I'll probably do that with the tea party, and then make something, I don't know, have some scones, and some kind of dessert, and tea. Maybe hot chocolate for the kids, or tea. We'll see. The White Rabbit's house, pick up a book for a cozy night in. So that's any book that you want to read. So it can be any of these books that I have on my list. The Queen of Hearts Palace, pick a book you think you'll love. So Howl's Moving Castle fits that prompt. I have another 2 books here that I think are middle grade. They're children's books anyways, but I picked up The Borrowers from Value Village when I was in BC last year, and I remember really enjoying the movie, and we saw the movie on a school field trip when I was in elementary school, like grade 6 or 7. So that's middle school, right? When I was in BC, it was grades kindergarten to 7, and then 8 to 12 was high school. We didn't really, where I was in our district, we didn't really have a middle school. And then I moved to Edmonton, and junior high was grades 7 to 9. So The Borrowers, and then I found this, The Borrowers Afloat, I think also at Value Village, but in Edmonton. So I could read both of these and then maybe watch the movie with the kids. It's hard for me to sit down. Like, if I sit down and want to read this with my children, it'll take me the rest of the year. It's hard to sit down and read a lot with the kids. And I find that when I read out loud, it makes me more tired. Like, I don't know, it just takes more energy. Maybe one of these for a cozy night in. Cheshire Cat. Pick a strange and mysterious book. Howl's Moving Castle would probably work for that. The Borrowers, they're a bunch of tiny little people that live in your house. That could work for that. And I have another collection of books here I'm going to talk about when I'm done this. And then the Mad Hatter Tea Party. Join us for the live costume party, which I think takes place October 3rd. So I'm excited for that. The only prompt that is like more specific, like aesthetically pleasing, can be pretty much anything. Pick a book for a cozy night in is kind of anything. A book you think you'll love. Like, it's not like very specific. It's pretty broad, which I think was the point. So a book set in another world is the only one that I think, like I said, they're all the books I have that I want to get to are all take place in our actual world. But the one I'm thinking of getting to, I read these when I was a kid or middle grade-ish, and I fell in love with them, and I've been wanting to reread them again, but I'm kind of nervous because, you know, like when you love something as a kid or a teenager and then you read it as an adult, it's not going to have the same impact, right? It's kind of scary to go back and reread those books because you're like, what if they're terrible? But I think you have to also keep in mind, like, these are written for a young audience, and these aren't like any like masterpiece of literary fiction or anything like that. But I just really enjoy them. So that's the Silverwing series by Kenneth Opel. There's Silverwing, Sunwing, Firewing, and then Darkwing. Not Darkwing Duck, just Darkwing. You are reading, so it takes place in our world, but you're reading from the perspective of a bat. Like, that's our main character right there. I don't know why I liked it so much as a kid. I also read one where you were like a peregrine falcon, I think, that I liked. I don't know, apparently as a kid I liked reading from the perspective of animals, which doesn't really surprise me now as an adult. But the back says, Shade is a young silverwing bat, the runt of his colony, determined to prove himself on the long and dangerous winter migration to Hibernaculum, millions of wing beats to the south. During a storm, he is swept out over the ocean, away from his family, his friends, and the only life he has ever known. Alone and frightened as winter fast approaches and temperatures plunge, Shade sets out on a remarkable journey to rejoin his colony in the south. It takes place in our world, though, so I'm not sure where I can squeeze that one in. And I also have, I think I'm going to start this one tonight, though. This one has been on my mind for a while that I want to get to. Howl's Moving Castle. In the land of Ingary, where 7-league boots and cloaks of invisibility really exist, Sophie Hatter attracts the unwelcome attention of the Witch of the Waste, who puts a curse on her. The land of Ingary. I might start this one tonight and read a chapter with my kids. At least get into it. So this is going to be kind of like, this isn't really a TBR video or anything. This is just the start of my adventures in Wonderland. So, and then maybe I'll watch Alice in Wonderland with the kids or something. Maybe I should read that book. That'd be a good book. I'll see if my library has it. Yeah, those are my thoughts. And this is already 13 minutes long and it's just the beginning. So anyways, that's where I'm at with this. And I'm excited. So I'll see you once I've started doing some reading. So I have decided to start with Howl's Moving Castle. My kids are in bed now and they were like, whatever, we've seen the movie, that's okay, we don't need to read it. So I'm just going to dive into it for myself right now. It's about 10:30, so I wanted to start before midnight so I can say I officially started September 1st. So Howl's Moving Castle takes place in a fictional world. So I'm jumping down the rabbit hole and reading Howl's Moving Castle. So I'll update you tomorrow probably when I've read a little bit. My hair is a mess. Anyways, hi, it is September 2nd and it is my son's 5th birthday. That's so crazy. Last night I read the first chapter of Howl's Moving Castle and it kind of ended on a little bit of a, ooh, what's going to happen next? So I'm excited to jump into more of that, but I'm trying to finish a library book I had that I had originally gotten for the readathon, but never got to. But this came in the mail. So I just wanted to open it up. Of course, I opened it up to this. The train to impossible places. Come rain, shine, or meteor shower, the impossible postal express will deliver. So I got the group book and it is beautiful. Look at that. It's like that soft cover. Oh, you open it and it's got like a pattern. And it looks like it's got a few pictures in there. So that's so exciting. I'm excited to dive into this later this month. It's pretty thick, but the words are pretty spaced out and stuff. It's like a full page drawing. So, yay! It is September 4th, so day 4 of the Adventures Through Wonderland readathon, and I have read the first 2 chapters of Howl's Moving Castle so far, and I got from the library a copy of Alice in Wonderland. Not sure if it's the copy I was thinking of or not, but it'll be fun to read with the kids. Anyways, I have been reading a few other books, one to watch for the 3 Blondes and a Book Club pick, and I love that one. I'm going to do a whole video about my thoughts on that book. And now I'm just picking up The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager for the Currently Reading Book Club. I've never read a Riley Sager before. I've only heard good things, and he's supposed to be like a really good thrillers writer, so it should go by pretty quickly. I haven't started it yet, but I just threw my cute little Groot bookmark in there. Yeah, and I just set up my new little reading corner. I got Jake. I can't remember, it came with a name and I always forget, but I'm going to call him Jack. From Indigo a couple years ago, my husband bought me this, the big guy. So I decided to bring him down here and use him like as a prop for my book to read. And I'll do a little tour of my book nook reading corner. When I set up a little bit more, I just pulled in a bookshelf here, hung up a couple of my bookmarks to put them on display when I'm not using them, because I love bookmarks. And like some of them are just like so cute, so they're nice to have out. And I just got 2 puzzles, and I haven't done puzzles in years, so I'm excited about that. So I'm setting up a corner for doing puzzles and other things like cross stitch, which I'm hoping to get into doing cross stitch again once I finish the 2 blankets that I am crocheting for my nieces, because I am like super far behind on their birthday gift. Anyways, this has nothing to do with A Touch of Whimsy or the readathon or anything like that, but I just wanted to update that I have not reading as many whimsy books as middle grade books as I anticipated, but it's only day 4. After this, I don't have any other books to read outside of the middle grade books, except for Why Young Men, which is also a library book that I want to get through so I can return it back to the library because I've had it out for a while. Then starting September 21st to the 27th is the Buzzwordathon. So I'll have those that week, will be other books. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get more into Howl's Moving Castle and Alice in Wonderland and start my Silver Wing book and all that. So yeah, that's just my update for now. Yeah. Tim Hortons is at the end of the rainbow. So it is Sunday, September 6th. So we are day 6 of the Adventures in Wonderland. So I grabbed this Alice in Wonderland copy from the library. So today is a Sunday. The weather's kind of nice. Like it's sunny outside. But it's kind of chilly too because it's windy. But we're just kind of having a lazy Sunday.
Why is it chilly?
Playing with the Lego. Say hi.
Hi.
Building Lego.
Look at
Hanging
the
out in
giant mess on
pajamas.
the table full of Legos. And then we're building.
And we're going to read Alice in Wonderland.
And then down here's
Get to
our...
it.
You want me to read it while we're on film?
Obviously.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It doesn't count if you're not filming it.
Alice sat
There's-
by her
hold on.
sister under a tree.
Hold on. There's Daddy Mario, which the kids made for his birthday in March. In March, and it is still up there.
That. Oh, this is happy birthday, Alice.
Yeah, it's Daddy Mario for his birthday.
You had that up there for a full year. That's sweet.
Well, 6 months. Which this year
yeah.
feels like a full year.
A Lego.
Okay, Daddy's gonna start.
The Lego surprise.
Alice
There's a
sat by her
Lego
sister
surprise
under a tree.
coming.
Alice was having
What?
nothing to do. Her sister was reading a book,
Alice had a sister.
but when Alice peeked at it, the book didn't look very interesting to her.
I want to go show. That's like
No,
me
no,
looking
Of
at
what
Mommy's
use
book.
is a book without any pictures?
That's
Alice
like me
asked
looking at
herself.
Mommy's book.
The hot day made her feel very sleepy. As she leaned back, suddenly a white rabbit dressed in his finest clothes ran by. The rabbit stopped, pulled a watch out of his vest pocket. He cried, oh dear, I shall be too late." Then he raced on. This seemed very curious to Alice, so she ran after him.
So I am here. I went to Starbucks to grab pumpkin spice. They were out, of course. It was going to be my first pumpkin spice of this season. I don't get pumpkin spice before September, even though the weather has been very not summery at all. But I got the salted caramel cold brew. I really like their cold brews. So I got this, and I'm getting ready to watch the Three Blondes and book club live show for one to watch. Very, very, very excited about this one. I did a lot more tabs than I normally do. I see some people and it's just like crazy amounts of tabs in their books. I like never tab at all. So this is a lot of tabs for me. And I did like highlights and all this stuff. And I'm going to do, like I said before, my own, like a separate video just talking about this one book. But I got 24 minutes and 26 seconds until the live show. So I'm going to eat my ramen that we got the recipe from Life with Liv, who's one of the Three Blondes. And my husband made this the other day in the Instapot and it was delicious. So I'm having some leftovers. And then I got my favorite ginger snap, ginger molasses cookie from Starbucks. And I am going to spend the next 23 minutes reading Why Young Men. And hopefully soon I'll be able to finish this and The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, and then I can get back into my middle grade for September. So yeah, that's my update.